This is rich and rare entertainment. You don't, but I know what the game is. I'm too busy creating Spanglish. Have a seat, you and whomever you hang with. Get ready to laugh, get ready to game, get ready to change things. I'm one call away. Just watch out for the ring. I'm shining now. Watch out for the bling bling. Now you know I do my own thing. The more time.
Now what up? What up? It's your boy, Rich and Rare here. And today, yes, today, we have the first ever podcast episode. Yes, it's that time. Yes. I'm gonna talk about a couple things here. The D1 interview when he was talking about Sexy Red. In the interviewer that he was going back and forth with, going back and forth, the interviewer was basically trying to argue with him and stuff like that. And I'm talking about the Tupac AI situation, and various other things. You know what I mean? Various other things. But first, subscribe button. The subscribe button to follow your boy. You know what I mean? But y'all can check out my videos. Y'all can check out my videos though. Like even if it's like 20 seconds or 50 seconds or something like that. You can still check out my videos. You know what I mean? Y'all disgust me. It's free, dog. You don't get many things in life that's free. So go ahead and subscribe. Hit me up. You know what I mean? I'm just saying. The whole D1 interview situation where the interview was basically arguing with him. His boy wasn't arguing back and forth, but he was. I forgot. I know his homeboy called Heineken or something like that. But I'm not quite sure what his name is. I'm sorry about that. I'm sorry I'm not bullying for him like that. But you sitting there arguing with him, talking about I can understand what Sexy Red was going on in St. Louis. Listen, Sexy Red, bro. First off, that's a violation. First off, you can't understand shit. I'm sorry about my language, but you can't understand nothing that's going on in St. Louis if you listen to Sexy Red. All you think it is, and Nelly is a factor in this too. St. Louis is one of the most violent places ever to visit. You go to a certain hood in St. Louis and you already know. Like I'm not supposed to be here. But yeah, you're basically saying that if you listen to Sexy Red, you can understand what's going on in St. Louis. I don't know, my boy. I don't know. It's just one of those things, man, that I can't be down for, you know what I mean? It's just, look, man, I'm gonna tell you like this. What the hell going on? But yeah, Sexy Red is, yeah, and here's the thing, I agree with D1. These artists are slaves to the system because they feel like if I talk about this, would you still listen? Yeah. So listen. It's not just Sexy Red that's a slave. Drake has been Aubrey Graham has been called out for being a slave, but he's also but with him he's also a grifter. You know what I mean? He grifts to where the most popular thing is. You know what I mean? Other than that, it's just one of those things, man, that you gotta do. You know, you gotta feel. You know, you can't feel it. You know what I mean? You can't feel it. You just gotta go. But yeah, it's not. It's all artists. NBA YoungBoy. He said that if I don't talk about the killing and stuff like that, would you guys still listen? And that's a good point. But music is one of the most influential things, one of the most influential systems ever, and being there. But when you argue about that, you can't because she don't talk about nothing but shaking her ass, selling her vagina or whatever, and stuff like that. That's all she talks about. I'm gonna tell you this. I'm gonna end it on this. Matter of fact, I'm gonna end it on this. In St. Louis, that's all they talk about. They don't talk about the killing. They don't talk about the street stuff. But okay, if that's not your style, still bring it up every now and again. You know what I mean? Don't end it off. I'm gonna tell you this. One more thing about D1. He's very smart. And even though you can look at him and feel like he took from phase one, but he took a little bit of his style from phase one, the wrapped up hair with in a bandana and stuff like that. If you go look at phase one, you go look at him, you won't be able to tell a difference. I'm gonna tell you this. And matter of fact, go listen to phase one. Phase one got a good message in his music. That's my shout out. That's my shout out for today. That sponsor me. But yeah, I'm gonna tell you this. We got a lot of stuff, and we do a lot of stuff in this world that we don't know. But the interviewer said that he wouldn't allow his daughters or his wife listen to Sexy Red, but he would. I'm gonna go ahead and say this. That sounds hypocritical. That does sound hypocritical. But that's what D1's album is called, Hypocritical Hop. But D1, you're a hypocrite yourself, because you were just on BG's song. No, Juvenile. You're on Juvenile song, where you talking about killing and cussing and all that. You ain't got a problem with people cussing, even though you're this gospel artist. You know what I mean? Matter of fact, his stock has risen since he's been shot up. Since he got shot up by Kendrick Lamar on Let the Party Die. That's cool, but that's cool though. You know what I mean? Now moving on. There's a controversial topic of Tupac, Michael Jackson, Kobe Bryant, Bruce Lee, AI. All I gotta say is, why? Whose idea was this? To make it look like Pac, make it sound just like Pac, make the mannerism to act just like Pac. What do you gain from this, bro? In a couple of years, we won't be able to tell the difference between a Tupac and an AI Tupac. In a couple of years, we won't be able to tell between what's the difference between an AI Michael Jackson and the real Michael Jackson. See what I'm saying? AI's getting terrible. I'm gonna come out and say the AI is just getting terrible. But yeah, stuff like that. Michael Jackson and Tupac never did a song together. They even got Malcolm X and Malcolm X and Martin Luther King. Yeah, they even got them. I'm not. That's crazy. So they got video of Tupac and Kobe racing. They got video of Tupac in the clothing store where he just changes, where his face keeps changing, and you can tell it's AI because the clothes keep changing too. AI can't keep the clothes thing together. But when it figures that out, and like I said, when I watched the video, Mike's a jack of all trades. I'm like, oh snap, Mike's a jack of all trades, bro. But yeah, I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna tell you, man. I'm gonna tell you. Cause Mike was doing the pool. He was working at Walmart. He was working register at Walmart. He was cleaning the gutter.